Carrie and Tommy will launch in just a second to brighten your day. With CommBank Yellow, you get discounts and exclusive experiences, more recognition for you, and benefits for your business too. Say hello to CommBank Yellow today.
It's the one and only
Carrie Bickmore.
And Tommy Little.
This
Is Carrie and Tommy.
Yes, welcome to it. And it's a big show on the podcast today, guys.
I am up and about. How are you, Bickmore?
Except for the fact that my button keeps popping on my jeans. My
You are
pants.
out and about.
I'm out and about. Oh, it's so annoying.
No, don't worry. You're doing that pre-marathon carb loading.
True.
When you've worn pants for the first time, you haven't worn them in a year, and that's where you discover you've put on a bit of weight.
Oh, I have that joy whenever I have to, because I very rarely put on a suit these days. And if I have to do it and I find that none of my suit jackets fit me, it's both a kick in the arse because it's like I've gotten fatter, and also now I have nothing to wear to this thing, which I've only tried on a suit for 10 seconds before.
And also because most men only have one or two suits. It's not like you've got a whole option of other ones to go to.
I do have other options because I've worked on shows, and a trick out of your book, I've taken the wardrobe home with me. But
They're
they're
all
all
your book,
thinner
Beth.
days.
They're all from the thinner days. Yeah, I don't have fluctuating sizes. Apparently, they don't put me on TV when I'm at my heftier size.
Suit jackets are also the worst because you put them on, you put your arms in, you think, I'm on here, and then you go to do the button, you're like, no, not even close.
And then you have
But
those
it opens
questions.
kind of cool.
yeah.
But then you have those questions with the pants where you're like, can I wear it with the fly open and a belt that just kind of holds
Not
it
the
enough
fly
in
open.
place? But like, you know what I mean? The top.
Sorry,
you
different set of
can't.
rules for you than for Carrie right now.
Yeah, boy. You're saying no, you can't, and your button is currently open.
Well, not by design. I'm not choosing
Sorry,
to go
I'm
out
not
like that.
choosing to get us at the too
Yes, you're
small
saying
for me.
if it doesn't fit, would you still go out like that? I didn't
You've
come
gone
out
out
this
like
morning.
it.
Well, I didn't know.
What don't you
it's-
get about this? You gross, her fine.
Sorry.
I didn't realise the button was going to pop every time I moved.
Yes, I didn't realise I was going to get fatter.
Anyway, on the way today, your chance to come to paradise with us. If
Yes.
you want to escape
pop your button
reality.
there. Bloody no. We'll be a bunch of people poolside with not a button in sight.
But up next, I have discovered something that Matthew McConaughey said 30 years ago that'll blow your mind.
Okay.
Carrie and Tommy.
Do you have you kept many things from like 30 years ago, from when you were younger?
Do you want me to tell you about the thing that do you want me to tell the nation about the thing I told you in private?
Yeah,
Is that what this
I
is?
do.
And so I don't still have them, but I found at one point when I was an adult, I found love letters that I'd kept from my girlfriend in primary school, which was very sweet. And she was
You were
so...
writing love letters in primary
Yeah, wait,
school.
hold on. Grade 1 or grade 7? Because there's a big difference.
Yes.
Oh, no. I was about in the middle of that, grade 3 or something like that.
Love letters.
That's so cute.
Wow.
Yeah, and I remember why it happened. And now this all makes sense
Okay.
because I wasn't good at talking to her. And so she was like, maybe we write each other letters.
And so what would the
Because
letters
my
consist
conversation,
of?
she'd be like, hey, I really like you and it's fun when we spend time together. And I would be like, want to play basketball. And so...
We can see you've improved all these years on.
Thank you very much. In what may have been a sign of things to come in my life, I found her letters that
Yep.
she'd written me, and they were really sweet and, like I said, really articulate. And then I must have, I couldn't quite work out what mine were because I had some of the ones that I wrote to her, but obviously they weren't the ones I'd given to her, so I assumed
They
I'd
were
written
drafts.
Drafts? Yes.
That's so cute.
But it was like she would be trying to organise to like meet up to kiss behind the shelter shed. Like literally, that it was that cliche. And I was like, what's your favourite colour? Like just like anything to
And that was your
avoid.
love letter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's okay. I wasn't bragging about it when I told you in private off air.
Well, the reason we were talking about it.
Wow, what a stitcher. Wow. From grade 3.
Can't believe you
was a
said that on air.
Loser. Now all of Australia's heard that. You little loser.
No, we were talking about it because Matthew McConaughey has found a list of, he wrote, I think when he first started going to university 30 years ago, he wrote 10 goals in life. So it's a list of 10 things he wants out of his life. And he rediscovered the list when he was writing Green Lights, his memoir.
Wonderful book.
One of the best interviews I've ever done in my, I don't mean the best interviews I've ever done, as in it was my interview that was good, but
I remember
the
it,
interview with him, he was amazing, was when he was doing promo for that book. He was so, I could have listened to him for hours. Anyway, he's revealed this list And it's amazing because so many of the things on his list, it's like a vision board, have come true. So he's got number 1 on there, become a father. Number 2, find and keep the woman for me, which is a funny expression to say,
Find
not
and
just find,
keep.
but keep, like he's not very good at keeping them.
It's also like hold on. Like it's like
This
don't.
could be your list. 1, become a father. 2, find and keep the woman for me.
Yeah,
Should we go on? Keep my relationship with God. How's
Yeah,
that
that's-
going for you?
that's me. I've kept it the same. It's always been.
Yes, true.
I treat him mean,
Non-existent.
keep him clean.
Number 4, chase my best self. Number 5, be an egotistical utilitarian. What's that mean?
I think it means don't have an ego.
Be an egotistical utilitarian.
I don't know.
6, take
I
more
don't know.
risks. 7, stay close to mum and family. I'm going to skip 8 for a second. 9, look back and enjoy the view. And 10, just keep living. Now, all of them are pretty generic, and that could be anyone's list, right? We found out that egotistical utilitarian means designed to be useful or practical rather than attractive.
But have an
only a
ego.
hot person can say
But also
that.
have an ego about it. Egotistical. I don't
So
know. Anyway,
weird. Anyway, but number 8 on the list was win an Oscar for Best Actor. And he went and did that.
did he?
Yes. What did he win it for?
It was for the HIV movie, I believe. Dallas Buyers Club.
Dallas Buyers Club.
Thank you.
So 30 years beforehand, well, it would have been 20 years before because he won that, a decade ago. He wrote down, because I've got a vision board at home and it's the first time I've ever really done a vision board because I'm not into them and I don't sort of believe. The same
Tough to
thing as
say
I've
when you've
never
got
had
one.
tarot card readings and stuff like
I had mine the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
What did it say?
It's quite personal. I've already exposed myself enough in this talk break.
Did you say more to the tarot card reader than you said to your year 3 girlfriend?
I did.
Yeah, you
And
gave
then
a
we
bit more of
kissed
yourself
behind
up.
the shelter shed.
But I'm interested to know if people have found something from their past that they wrote, like either something on a vision board that came true or a letter they discovered from the past that then the thing eventuated. From past to present, I want to hear from people about what they've found from the old times
Great.
that came true or that they prophesized?
Will you just
Manifested.
take some notes from the past as well? Will
Sure.
you take old love letters or
Of
things like that?
course.
Things you found?
Yeah, beautiful. 13 10 60. Give us a call.
Carrie and Tommy.
Around Australia for your Tuesday, Arvo, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little. And on 131060, notes from the past.
Matthew McConaughey has discovered his 10 personal life goals list that he wrote 30 years ago.
Did he?
And what do you don't believe it? Do you don't think he wrote this?
That's actually a great point, though.
It's a pretty good thing to plant after one of them's come true.
So one of them, it's all about family and keeping finding a woman and all the rest of it. But one of them is win an Oscar for Best Actor, which he went on to do. And I was saying, now everything I've said, I feel
No, we trust him.
I feel like
All right.
he's happy with that. Ricky, what have you discovered from the past?
I discovered that my husband has kept every love note I ever wrote to him.
Oh, that's so. How long have you been together, and how long have you been writing him love notes?
So we were 14 and 15 when we got together, and we've been together for 23 years this year.
Ricky, did you keep any of the notes in return?
No.
No, that's all right. I was just gonna ask whether it was a similar, because maybe you remember the contents of them. Was it a similar situation to mine where the girl was very articulate and then I just wrote back like stupid nothing stuff?
No, mine was stupid nothing stuff as well.
Okay.
I think I told him to open one during his year 10 exam, so...
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So does he still write you letters, Ricky, all these years later?
No, we have 5 beautiful, crazy little ferals, so we don't really have time for
No.
letters.
You should ask him to do that for you.
I should,
If he's obviously a man that's good with words, that might be nice to hear.
definitely.
Oh,
It's very
that's really sweet.
It's
And
very
it's normally the other way around, that the girl often keeps those sentimental things. What, you don't think?
I don't know. We've only had 2 examples.
Actually, it was
it
you.
was me.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't know
Yeah.
what
Just because
evidence it's based on.
I don't know. I just think I would have thought girls were more sentimental about those kind of things. And girls keep stuff. Men usually are like,
But
yeah.
again, we've just had
we've only
2.
got a 2-person, like.
Yeah, I know, but we haven't had any other examples, so I don't know.
Oh, we can
Nah,
make it 3.
Sorry,
Why
did
don't
you have you
answer-
ever kept love letters?
Yeah, I have. Absolutely.
You are lying through your
I'm
teeth.
not lying through my teeth. I've
From
got
the
heaps.
60-year-old guy? Was it with a quill? Remember that 60-year-old guy when you were like 18?
He was 2 years older than me.
He was not, Carrie.
was.
Now you're lying.
He
the
was.
The guy with the comb over.
He didn't have a comb over.
He was fully
I
bald
was
by that point.
17 or 16 and he was 18 or 19. That's all.
1890.
Yeah. Something. Yeah,
Yeah.
Not 18, 19.
G'day, Steve.
How you going?
Yeah, good. What have you got from the past?
Oh, it's more of a premonition, not as much as a love letter or anything
sure.
like that.
We'll take it.
When I was 15 or 16, there was we used to go to my mate's place and whatnot, and there was a girl that lived close by. I was sort of fancy on her and whatnot. And, I wouldn't mind going out with her and this, that, and the other, and never sort of eventuated. And then I had a dream one night, and like a premonition, that her sister would come to me one day and say, "Hey, Steve, Jenny wants to go out with you." And it's just a weird thought that I had. And then anyway, and it actually did happen. Exactly like that. Her sister bailed me up one day as I was walking around to my mate's place, and she goes, "Hey, Steve, Jenny likes you. She'd like to go out with her." And I go, "Oh, right." And it was sort of weird. And yeah, we've been married for about 45 years.
Oh,
That's very
Steve.
Sweet, Steve. Isn't this lovely?
Oh, do you write love letters? Have you ever?
Oh, we did, yeah, back then. But yeah.
And
never
have you
it.
kept them?
No.
You haven't kept them?
No.
And has
Never
she?
I don't think so.
No.
No, I don't think she's kept them. So no.
Steve, can I ask, your premonition, have you had any other premonitions?
No, not like that one. No.
Sure.
No.
Yeah.
When was the
wonderful,
last
Steve.
letter that you wrote to her, Steve?
Oh, gee, I would have been in my 20s, I reckon.
You should
Yeah.
sit down and write her one.
Oh, I probably could, yeah. But,
No, why are you laughing at me?
No, because
These
Steve's
people
story
have
is
the-
beautiful. But yeah, it was the same with our last call. It was a wonderful story, and then you've just given them both homework.
No, because I've realised how amazing that they're still together after all these years. And I bet you, Steve, you've forgotten to do those romantic things because you've been together for so long. And I thought it would be a
Yeah,
lovely thing to do, to sit down and write all the things you love about her.
yeah, we still say we love each other. And
All right,
still
don't
do
write the
all
letter, whatever.
Carrie and Tommy. Carrie and Tommy.
Around Australia, if you drive home, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
I mean, he's a man of many talents. And the one
How
that
many books is it now?
72 by last count, I think. But this one is so exciting. Pete Hellier's latest children's book, Detective Galileo, is available in-store at bookstores and online from tomorrow. Would you please welcome the great man, Peter Helliar?
Thank you very much. 74 now, actually.
74, I'm so sorry.
Yes, it's basically me, Stephen King, and John Grisham. We rule. Leanne Moriarty coming in hot too.
How
How's
many-
the shade thrown at Ando there? Didn't even get a mention.
How many have you actually done now?
We did 7 Frankie Fish books. We did Hermit Crab, and we did.
I like Hermit Crab.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
fun one.
it's a sweet one.
And Chipping with Kids, a travel book I wrote with my wife that we released during a pandemic. That was a fun experience. And my friend Brian Strawn wrote a book as well, so I kind of helped with that.
Right.
So
Have you seen Strawny lately?
well, he's made his way down to the club. I couldn't believe when I saw that online. I tell you that.
Did he get picked up?
Got picked up in the mid-season draft.
God,
So
he must be over the moon.
he's surprised. He's as surprised as I am. He really is. His fitness doesn't seem to have changed, but we'll see.
So it stayed immaculate.
His state immaculate. His body's a temple. And you think Collingwood are on top of the ladder. I'm not sure why they're taking that risk. To be honest, I don't condone.
You take your risk on big stars. But back to yourself, please, Pete.
Yes.
I want to focus on that. Do you enjoy? So I'm an author as well, and
How many?
How many?
one.
Okay, let's start somewhere.
One kid's book. But even in that small window into the world that I had, I loved getting to create a world.
Yes.
Do you love getting to lose yourself and immerse yourself into making a world for kids' enjoyment?
It is the single best thing to do. Like, I absolutely love it. I've always said the most exciting thing is a blank piece of paper that I can go, okay, what am I putting on this? I do not have a shortage of ideas. It's the thing that I think I'm best at.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wrote a spreadsheet the other day of like either book or film or TV series ideas, and there's like 52 that I'd like, and I like all of them.
The idea that you've got a spreadsheet has really surprised me.
I know. It surprised me actually, because I didn't really. It took me a while because I didn't really know what I was
I was
doing.
going to say, do you subscribe to Office or what's your
Excel spreadsheet. But I do like it, and then you're absolutely right to create characters. And once these characters are in you, you kind of feel like they need to be out into the world. Like it's genuinely exciting that the book comes out tomorrow, and Galileo Horse, Detective Galileo, is unleashed into the world.
Well, you said it's perfect for my daughter Addie. It's 5 to 8.
5 to 8, yep.
What happens to Detective Galileo? Don't obviously give it away.
Well,
but what's the kind of idea of Detective Galileo?
Detective Galileo doesn't begin as a detective. He begins as a trail horse. He's come from generations of trail horsing. They take the tourists along a beach. But he wants something more in his life, Carrie. It doesn't fulfill him like it does his parents. So he wants to become a police horse so he can solve crimes. And he joins the police force, and he quickly realises they don't actually solve the crimes. They actually just ferry the police officers around on their backs, and they poop on the roads. So he some things happen, and he has to leave the force, and he begins his own detective agency. And so begins book one.
I did not suspect an anti-establishment streak.
Oh, the themes going on here for your really smart youngsters and also the parents. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And this is book one. So book two comes out in November, and there's going to be 4 of them. And
I just don't get when you have time for. I've got ideas. I just don't have time.
I've got ideas. It's the most offensive thing I've ever heard.
I can't even
Carrie,
get them into action.
Give us one.
No, they're my
Give us
ideas.
one.
I've got heaps of ideas.
Give us
I've got
one.
books.
If
No,
you've got
I can't-
heaps, give us one.
No, I don't want to give them away.
Give
Someone
us one
else
of your
will take
B
them.
grade ones that you're not going to
I've got
do.
I've
Carrie,
got
you've got-
cookbook ideas, shows idea, a book that I want to write, a story I want to write.
You've told me about the book idea. I think it's a really good idea.
But I just how?
You know what your biggest issue is?
What's my issue?
You put all your good ideas into raising money, and I don't do any of that.
You raise
I put
money
all
for
my
yourself.
ideas into raising money for me. all your ideas end up being charitable, and I draw a line at some point, and I go, no, this one is for me. And wasn't the last one for you? Yes, it was.
It's such a funny, and I mean, I'm in the same boat as you, but it's such a funny comparison of what are you trying to do? Well, we're currently trying to find a cure for brain cancer. What about you? See, there's a horse that's a detective.
But we need to get our kids reading. That's what we need to be doing. We need to get our books into the kids' hands.
That's true.
Hey, Pete, we've got a new segment we've come up with literally
I love a new
half an
segment
hour
on the show.
before you arrived. Can we debut it with you up next?
I'm the guinea pig. Okay.
Great.
Carrie and Tommy.
Across Australia for your Tuesday afternoon, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little, and we are still joined by Pete Helliar.
And we are debuting our new segment with Pete Helliar now, who's in to promote his new book, Detective Galileo, which is out tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes.
Great book for kids sort of 5 to 8-ish.
Yep.
Can I just ask, sorry, Pete,
Yeah,
just a
that's
sidebar
fine.
with my co-host.
Okay.
You know, the segment that we're about to do, are we meant to have prepared questions?
I have.
Okay.
Do you want some?
No, I'll
Yeah.
move on the fly. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. This is the new segment.
The new segment.
It's time for a quickie with Carrie and Tommy.
And Pete Helliar.
Hello. Okay.
Menage a trois.
Jeez, I thought I was-
Give it another segment's name.
Subtle.
Just a reminder, I'm promoting a kid's book.
You were the last segment.
Okay,
Now we're
we're
into a different
moving on now.
segment. Okay. First question. Hall
Yep.
pass.
Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore?
Yeah,
Why?
'cause my brain stopped at Julianne Moore.
I don't even
She's
know who that
great.
is, but it doesn't
Julianne Moore
sound
is
like
awesome.
a
She's
hot
She's
Redhead
awesome.
one, yeah?
What's that?
Redhead?
Red hair, yeah, she's great.
God, we're off to a controversial start here.
Job on your passport.
Okay.
Why don't I get a go?
I'm going to be driving home going, Julianne Moore! But I do love Julianne Moore.
Worst guest you've ever interviewed?
I've interviewed Mark Wahlberg a few times, and many times he's been great. But I went over to the US for Daddy Daycare.
Oh, yeah.
Daddy Daycare too, or Daddy,
Yeah,
that one
whatever.
with Will Ferrell. And Will Ferrell was great, but I think Mark may have either been hungover or tired or not interested.
Oh,
actually had
doesn't he
his
get
fri-
up at 4 a.m.?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that regime's not working for him. It didn't that day.
Did he get his phone out
He had his phone out. Yeah.
while you were interviewing
Well,
him?
yeah, he did put it away.
Did you say, what are you looking up?
No, because
I
Will,
wouldn't have.
it was just too weird. Like he wasn't like doing it in a fun way. And I know Will Ferrell was looking at me kind of because I've interviewed Will a few times, and he does remember me, and like he was a little bit embarrassed and like carried the interview. But yeah, that was another great one. But again, I've had other experiences with Mark Wahlberg where he's been great.
Okay.
What's your favourite guilty pleasure when it comes to food? Like if no one's watching.
If nobody's watching. Chicken loaf, a sandwich with salt and vinegar chips.
In it? In the sandwich?
In the sandwich,
yeah.
Chicken loaf. What's chicken loaf?
Well, chicken loaf. Oh, it's chicken. Chicken or chicken loaf. You like sliced chicken.
Have you never had chicken loaf?
You've never had chicken loaf?
Oh, no. What do you mean?
What do I mean? Is that like meatloaf?
Carry a bit more.
It's like,
Is it like meatloaf?
It's more like chicken loaf. Like it's just chicken. It's like, you know, the consistency of, but chicken.
It's a processed chicken, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Sliced.
Yeah. Is that even chicken?
Have you never even seen like chicken slices?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know it was called chicken loaf.
You're saying like we're the weird ones.
Yeah.
Everybody has chicken loaf. Jesse, you've had chicken loaf.
Never in my life.
Oh, come on.
You
Okay,
posh wankers.
let's scratch that last comment from the record.
Best year of your marriage?
Best year, 2025, and still... It's
worst year of your marriage.
That was my next question.
2024. I don't remember any of the bad ones. There's been no bad ones.
Worst gig?
Worst gig. Funnily, this happened actually the night before. This is the one. I mean, the third gig was the worst, but the more recent worst gig I had, the Collingwood had asked me to go down and do a past players function. And I'd been gigging a lot, so I was really confident. You know, like, okay, no worries, I don't have to think about it too much. I did the project. I said, I'm going to be running from the project, so I'll get there whatever time I get there, and then I can go on almost straight away. And again, I just thought I'm just going to do all the same material that I've been doing. And I get up there, and as soon as I get up there, I do look out, and it's just a sea of grey-haired men. Like these are not the current players; these are like the older players. And this is the night before a big match, the preliminary final, Collingwood versus Richmond in 2018. And I start making jokes about Uber and FOMO and things that they did not even like in 2018. Their heads weren't around Uber and what FOMO was, so they were just. They gave me nothing. And I was like, these are my heroes. I'm looking at a bunch of my heroes.
Did you cut it short?
Yes, I cut it. I reckon I did 6.5 minutes. I was supposed to do like 20. I did 6.5, and I just went, yeah. There was even a beer on stage. They gave me a beer as I walked up, and it got knocked over. And like I just left it there, and Tony Shaw got up and just went, "I'll get it for you, mate." Like it was.
Did you say on stage, "This is not going well"?
It was obvious to everyone. and then the next night, I saw Brian Taylor, who was emceeing the function we were at the next day, at the ground at the game, and he said, "Mate, to be honest, they're just all." Old bastards who just want to get together and talk about, share war stories and the glory days.
They don't want to see comedians get upstairs and tell jokes.
Yeah. So that wasn't great. Okay, I have a quickie question for both of you. If you had to choose which animal you get eaten by on the Big Five run, which one?
Snapped by a hippo.
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Why? That'd be slow. I'm picturing a hippo can just go bang.
I want time for people to film it though, so it to go viral.
Yeah, you get it viral. One last hit.
What about? I'll ask this, but to both of you.
I'll dedicate my next horse book to you if that happens.
If you have to pick one of the animals out there to fight, which one are you most likely think you can beat?
Yeah,
in the safari.
Yeah,
not hippo, not buffalo. Oh, the other ones are fast and
yeah.
And there's an elephant in there.
I reckon I could stare off a lion.
Stare off one.
Yeah.
She's doing pretty good right now.
I know. Yeah. I'm terrified.
Yeah. You got leopard print. You got type of print pants and leopard print pants. I might confuse them. They'll be like, what? It's half me and half somebody else. What do I do?
There's a cougar leopard out here.
And then you punch it in the face.
Last question for you.
Yeah.
Biggest mistake in life.
Whoa.
Biggest mistake.
Remember, it's a quickie. So quick answers are good answers.
In life. I have no regrets really. Biggest mistake.
Can be professional, personal.
This is. I'm not sure if this is the biggest one, but me and Hughesy did say no to a Toyota campaign that ran for many, 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 many years.
Oh my gosh!
Did you? Is it the Stephen Curry one?
Steve Curry and Dave Lawson.
That was a dumb decision.
They did it for so long, and I still don't know why we said no. But I think they got the right people in the end. I think they did a great job.
But at least it's not because obviously doing ads is risky. But that is one of the most beloved campaigns of all time.
And it's in my will. It's funny. Like,
why did you say no?
I have no idea why we said no to that.
Pete's latest children's book, Detective Galileo, is available in store at bookstores and online from tomorrow. Pete Helliar, it's always a pleasure. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, Toyota. I'm available.
And also, out of 10, how'd you find the segment?
It's a keeper.
Yeah,
it's a keeper.
Yes. Right. Carrie and Tommy.
Yeah, that is where you're at for your Tuesday afternoon. A trip to paradise a little bit later on.
If you've got any friends' birthdays coming up, get them a beanie.
I'm loving your new beanies,
Get
Carrie.
them a beanie. Go to carriesbeansforbraincancer.com. Jump online and get a beanie. All the money goes to brain cancer research.
Yes.
I've just discovered that my algorithm isn't pushing out a lot of our beanie content to everybody because it looks like it's an ad, right?
Yes.
So if you haven't seen that we have beanies on sale,
They're wonderful.
make sure you go on to our website, Carrie's Beans for Brain Cancer, and buy one. One click, and you got yourself a new beanie.
Well, I don't want to place any guarantees on shipping because maybe I got uber lucky, but I literally ordered mine in the afternoon and they were with me the next day.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's quick.
I know. And I got them for the whole family, so they all got presents.
Good on you.
They're great.
What's coming up next?
Someone's got a...
It just says Zoe's nan.
Yeah.
Zoe is one of our
I'm
producers.
assuming valet. But anyway, let's discuss further.
Carrie and Tommy.
Benson Boone, sorry, I'm here for someone else. For your Tuesday Arvo, it's Carrie and Tommy.
Who are you here for?
I don't know. I haven't worked it out yet, but it's not you.
What do you... When's that coming up? Like, are you
When's
rocking
what
up at
coming
someone's house and going, sorry, I'm here
No,
for
you're at
someone
the
else?
pub.
Oh, that's how my
What?
grandparents met.
You're at the pub and there's someone that thinks you're there for them.
No,
Hang
you're at
on.
the pub.
Sorry,
What?
Jesse.
Yeah, my
Hold
pop.
on, before you get to that,
Okay.
just said one thing. I think they're at the pub. She or he walks up to and starts chatting, and he says, "Oh, sorry, I'm actually here for someone else."
Yeah, but as if she thinks he's there for her.
Yeah, single at a bar, and she's single, and she comes over to start mingling, and he goes, "Sorry, I'm waiting for someone else. I'm here for someone else." I think it's quite
I'm
normal.
here for someone else. Don't you just go, sorry, I'm meeting someone? Not someone else, because that implies there was a world where I was here for you, a person I've never met before.
Jesse,
Creepo.
tell us about how you.
When Pop met Nan, it was at a dinner dance. It was out in the country, and so all the little towns went around to this one dance.
Good blue light disco.
Yeah, and he went with another date and left with Nan.
Did he know?
Oh my God, that's what happened when I took my date when I
Did
was
he
19
know?
to a ball, and
Oh
we
my
got
God.
there, and he left.
And you
with
were
my
there
friend.
for someone else?
That's what happened.
Oh.
That's what happened with my formal. My date went home with one of my best friends.
Cruel world out there, isn't
Why
it?
aren't we the ones anyway?
That the people are going home with. I know, it's outrageous. But you know what? I reckon that happens when you're younger, builds better character, and that's why we're just fabulous now.
I'd rather
you
it
know?
not.
That's why I
I've
think
got
hot
enough
people
character.
at school are never hot people as adults.
So now you're calling me ugly at school
And
as well.
no, I mean I was horrendous at school, and I
Yeah,
think what
sorry,
happens
I
is
was
when
a-
you're
I was a
horrendous
drip
at school,
tray
you
of
have to
grief.
develop a personality. All these pretty girls never had to develop
I
personalities.
was not a pretty girl, that is for sure. I had
Now, we
dreadlocks.
spoke about Jesse's nan then, but that's not who we're here to talk about. Zoe, producer Zoe, talk to us about your nan.
Sorry for your loss.
She's alive.
Oh,
Love-
that's great.
How old's nan?
She's 83.
What's
Is
her
she as
name?
hot as your mum?
Well,
Your mum's
yeah,
gorgeous.
absolutely.
Or- have you seen?
Yeah, I've demanded pictures.
I know,
She's
it
gorgeous.
was strange. Yes, no, she's absolutely gorgeous woman. But it's about how she and my grandpa met as well.
Ah.
Yeah, which I actually didn't want to tell this story at all. But
Why are you? You put it on the board.
yeah, no, I did not. Producer Sammy put it on the
Well,
board.
you don't need to say if you don't want to.
Nah, here we go. So my,
It's good content. We need to keep moving.
Yeah.
my grandma on her very first date with my grandpa went up to Mount Lofty, which in Adelaide is like a little lookout, and it's a bit windy to get up there. And they shared a block of snack chocolate in the cute little scenic section where you park up your car. And then on the way home, the snack chocolate made her feel so car sick that she her pants in the
She
car
put her pants in the car.
on the first date.
and he was like, she's a keeper.
And they were married for 50 years. So.
I think
Is
it
that
is
the
a...
secret? Guys, if you're listening,
Haven't
or
we,
ladies, that's
haven't
what
we-
you got to do.
Haven't we talked about this before? Because we have a friend who I won't name because I haven't asked permission to tell the story. But I think it was his second date, and he ate something bad and ended up crumping the bed. And she changed the sheets and did everything. Anyway, they've gone
Like
on to marry and have kids.
Maybe it bonds you. It brings you together. It gets all the embarrassment out early.
Dumping early means no dumping later on.
What a slogan. Get that on your T-shirt.
Dump to avoid getting dumped. This is good.
We were talking about, give us a call. What's your worst first dates? But maybe these are the best first dates.
Yeah, no,
That
I
is the
reckon-
secret
I
to
reckon-
lifelong love.
Yes, did dumping early
Mean
accidentally
yes,
lead
mean
to no dumping later on?
Okay, 13, 10, 60.
I'll also, if you're like, no, that's not true. I did my Dax on the first date and I didn't get a second one. I'd love to hear some counter arguments as well.
Sure.
Give us a call.
Carrie and Tommy. Carrie and Tommy.
For your Tuesday afternoon, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little. And did you dump on the first date?
Well, you might have found out the secret to long-lasting love, and that is doing your Dax accidentally on an early date.
What did you call it? What was your phrase? Does dumping on your first date mean no dumping
in the
later
future.
in the future?
Yes.
It's catchy.
Dump to avoid dumping.
Rebecca, what happened when you first were dating is it the person you're with now?
Yes, my husband. So we actually had never met in person. And it was New Year's Eve, and he rang me at midnight and said, I'm actually coming to meet you tomorrow morning. So I had to rush home. And by the time I got home, he was already waiting there, and he thought he was just going to let out a little toot. And it ended up running down his leg, under the front steps, into his boots, and I had to chase him up the hallway, cleaning him up to make sure it didn't get all over my
never
house.
met?
But you've
Yeah,
been
so
How did you...
We'd been dating online for about 3 months prior to that.
And Nish, like literally the first time you saw it, he had a turd rolling down his
But also, how do you go from a little toot to it down your leg? Like that's
when you're hungover after having like a massive New Year's binge, it can happen.
Why did he decide that I need to see you now?
Oh, I have no idea, but it worked out in the end. We've been together 6 years.
Bond you together?
I think so. We've been together 6 years. We've been married we have 2 beautiful children, and I ended up getting him back down the track anyway.
What do you mean? As in, what?
I owe you one, Dad.
What happened with you?
He asked me to help him in the paddock one day, and not realising that I had eaten something off, I helped him in the paddock fencing and had to stop nearly every second fence post.
And you kept fencing?
Let go. Yep.
You're a keeper, Rebecca.
Bloody oath. Oh, my gosh. Even the motion of putting in fence posts when your guts are going.
I know.
Oh, Rebecca, congratulations.
What a great couple. Match made in heaven.
Should we go to Pat? G'day, Pat.
G'day, guys. How are you?
Yeah, good. What have you got for us?
It's not actually me. It was my mum and dad.
Yeah.
Before they were married, back in the early 60s, they both worked at the same factory in Footscray, ammunition factory in Footscray.
Yeah.
And Mum was walking to work and Dad had the hots for her. But the night before, or the whole weekend, he's probably been on the terp, so I've been told. Big weekend at the footy and mates. And just before he picked Mum up or stopped to ask Mum if she wanted a lift, he did the AGB fart.
Oh, my God.
And
what does that mean, like follow through fart?
It means he let out a bullet of his own before he got to the ammunition factory, yes.
Nasty grog, smelly.
Oh, my God. So
and,
gross.
And it must have been love at first smell because they just looked at each other and not a word was said. A window didn't get pulled down or anything.
Oh, my God.
And they've been married 60 years last January.
See, I think, Pat, we might have, and have you tried mimicking in your parents' footsteps and trying to recreate this long-lasting love?
I did once, and that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, I nearly got thrown out of the car myself.
Do you think this is the answer? Why don't you go try it, report back, and then we'll follow through, so to speak, if it goes well for you?
Why me?
Because you're the one saying this is the answer. You got the slogan, you got the catch cry, you can get the T-shirt.
So now I've got to go shit my pants. Is that right?
Apparently. Danny.
Yes.
Does it work?
It does.
What happened?
We've had no so far. What happened in your instance, Danny?
We went on our first took home date, and went back to his place. Ended up he had a few too many drinks, I think. A little bit excited, maybe a little bit nervous, and then proceeded to throw up all through the bedroom. I then cleaned him up, and then proceeded to throw up a little bit more. Cleaned him up in the shower, and changed the sheets. Had to find the sheets, didn't know where they were.
Oh my God.
Changed them, and then did it again. And then I put him in a taxi and went back to my house, and he woke up in the morning happy as wow, why are we here? Because I couldn't find any more sheets and I didn't know what to do.
You are a good woman, Danny.
I know, right?
You're still together?
Still together. Yeah.
So
And,
was I just because Carrie's put me on a mission here to try this.
Yeah.
I just need to be sure. Was it just spew and no poo?
Yeah, it was no poo, it was spew.
God, it's tricky.
but
What
it
am I
was-
going to do?
It was chunky. It was like
Oh.
dinner, all the different drinks. Like, it was a lot. Like,
If you want to be
it was
sure,
like
why don't
mush-
you just do both?
Oh, Paul Kidnall's doors.
Carrie and Tommy.
Driving you home from 3 till 6, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little, and this is back for a second week because it was Carrie's idea, and so that's what we're doing.
Carrie and Tommy's Irrelevant Celebrity Facts Game.
I've heard Beyonce likes potatoes.
That's irrelevant.
Exactly.
So this is the rebranded music quiz.
You guys need me in for
No,
this
we
one?
don't
please,
need you.
Mr.
Rod.
Stewart.
Okay. What can I tell you?
Can you tell us an irrelevant celebrity fact about yourself?
Yes, I dig potholes in. I fill in potholes on the road. You know, I've got a tire off Toodles.
Oh, that was quick.
It makes sense.
Hey.
You're filling potholes where?
I don't know. He's gone.
He said Toodles, he's gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I'm still here.
Piss off. Right. Carrie looked at the door then, which is one of the great bits of theatre.
I knew what I was doing, just playing with it. Yeah, okay.
You looked a bit embarrassed when
Jesse.
you caught yourself looking at the door to see where Rod Stewart has gone. I'm
Give us
still
your-
here. Piss off, Rod.
Give us your first irrelevant
question.
celebrity fact from this new game I found when I was at a readings bookstore the other day.
Readings.
Which notable actress has a collection of over 500 types of coat hangers?
Whoa. I didn't know there was types.
No, I didn't know either.
That means she's ganking them from hotels, do you reckon?
I assume so. I'll give you a
Is she-
clue.
what era is she from?
She's through a lot of.
Oh,
She's
is
still
it
famous? She's
is
been
it,
famous for decades.
Is it the one that wins all the stuff? You know that everyone wants
Helen
to be.
Mirren.
Dame Helen Mirren.
It is not. Think younger. And it's not Tom Cruise, but it is
Nicole
another
Kidman.
Cruise.
Oh.
Penelope Cruz.
It is Penelope
Oh.
Cruz.
Penelope Cruz is one of the most beautiful people in the world.
Looking. I agree.
I second that one.
Get out of it, Rod, you filthy old pervert.
Sorry, but me peepers still work.
Question number
she's got
2.
beautiful lips.
Oh, Carrie.
She does.
old creeps in the
There's a
room.
picture that I saw in my friend's house, and it's just of her nose, like it's blown up, and it's just her nose and down to her chin, and she has the most.
It's funny what
symmetrically
girls can
beautiful
have on their walls and guys cannot.
lips. One of our producers said Selma Hayek's hotter. Nah, not than Penelope Cruz. Oh, they're both. I mean,
They're both
I'd
absolute
be either.
casuals. I'd be either.
If I could, I'd take either.
When did you turn into a
Don't.
serial killer? I'd take either. Okay.
Question number 2. Ariana Grande thought she had 7 rings tattooed in Japanese on her hand, but what does it actually say?
I think it says, where is the sushi bar?
It's not where is the
Oh,
sushi
I
bar.
honestly
Is
thought
this
that's
a
what it
multiple
was.
choice game? I feel like it is.
Yeah, I'll give
Carrie-
you multiple choice if
Yep.
you would like
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
A, barbecue charcoal. B, finger circle grill. C, Japanese barbecue finger. D, circle barbecue.
Then I'm going to go with circle barbecue.
Circle barbecue?
I'm going to go the grill one.
The grill one, finger circle grill. It is not. It is C, Japanese barbecue finger.
Ooh.
That's what's on her tattoo.
Yeah, tattooed on her hand.
That's so weird.
See, my guess of which way to the sushi bar was
Not that bad.
yes, and
Yeah.
I genuinely thought that's what it was.
Question number 3. Which rock star endorsed I can't believe it's not butter products? Was it A, Gene Simmons, B, Ozzy Osbourne, C, John Bon Jovi, or D, Bruce Springsteen?
This is hard because
Springsteen.
it was Fabio for a long time.
Oh.
If you remember Fabio.
No. I mean, I remember Fabio, but
Who
I
was
don't
the most
remember that
beautiful man?
he did those. I
Yes.
reckon Springsteen.
No way. The boss is not doing that. I'm going to guess either Gene Simmons or Ozzy. I'm going to go Gene.
It was Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh.
Which is even weirder, I reckon.
No, he doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
He's just taking the paycheck.
Question number 4. Which famous leading man has webbed toes?
Sharon! Sharon! It's butter!
Sorry, Ozzy.
He sounds
that
very,
Ozzy
very
or
much
Rod?
like Rod.
He doesn't sound like me, does it?
Which famous leading man has webbed toes? Is it A, Chris Evans, B, Ashton Kutcher, C, Channing Tatum, or D, Ryan Reynolds?
Webbed toes.
Do they have the
Ashton
tattoo?
Kutcher.
I don't think it is Ashton. Do they have the tattoo of the scissors down with the thing? The
Oh, that's
line?
funny.
You know that tattoo on the webbing?
yes.
Like a cut here mark. For some reason, I think it's Ryan Reynolds.
Carrie is correct. Ashton Kutcher.
Well done, Carrie.
The fifth question. Miley Cyrus has a jar of what condiment tattooed on her arm? Is it A, mayonnaise, B, Vegemite, C, peanut butter, or D, Nutella?
It is A, mayonnaise.
Is it? Why?
Say it with confidence. It's true.
I would go Nutella.
It's Vegemite.
Oh,
my.
that's fun.
Yeah, it's very
From a
That
Liam
family
days.
loves Australians.
For a short time.
Oh, yeah, true. Oh, no, because her mum's still with her stepdad's Australian as well.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
I thought her mum, they broke up.
Yeah.
No, am I getting confused?
Dominic-
Fire Rose.
No, that's who Billy Ray was married
Oh,
to. Another
they
Australian.
do love Australians.
Yeah.
Carrie and Tommy. Carrie and Tommy.
Across Australia from 3 till 6, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
Because
That's me. I'm
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
Check.
maybe the round of applause, actually. Thank you.
Ooh.
Thanks, guys. Hey?
And a ding.
What have you been saying? We're obviously a couple of weeks out from going to our marathon in South Africa. And have you been reminding me? Actually, you haven't. My manager has been reminding me a lot to do something.
Yes, and I've been reminding her to remind you.
Why? Why didn't you just cut out the middleman and go straight to
Because
the big dog?
Nothing gets done unless it goes through your manager. So I've been sending her messages reminding her that you need to get your vaccinations. Yes.
Well, ye of little faith.
Yeah. What's happened? Did you finally get them? Is that what the applause is for?
Carrie, when did you get yours?
I got mine a couple of weeks ago.
Late to the party.
But then I have
Am
to
I
get
right?
I've worked out I'm getting a rabies shot every week for 3 weeks. It's costing me an absolute fortune, and apparently I'm not going to get bitten by anything over there anyway.
Yeah, I was told I didn't
Come
need
at me,
rabies
dogs.
shots.
Yep.
But also, come at me, dogs is a great slogan that you should keep in your head
I
for
was
your
gonna
marathon
say
running.
Tinder profile.
That's true. Come at me, dogs.
I don't want dogs though.
Okay. Okay. Each to their own. So you only got yours 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, God, you got to get your life in order.
What have you done?
That is so close to. So what? That was a month. Only a month
I went
out.
3 months ago, and he said, "Come."
Only 3 months ago.
Yes, and he said,
so
"Come
only
a month out."
Only 3 months before your trip, you went. You got to get more
going on?
organised. You got to get Carrie. You got to get more organised.
No, but I have them all. I have my vaccinations all the time. Last I went to Great Wall of China last year, so some of the ones this time I didn't need because I had them last year.
Oh, it's weird.
I think Hep A and B I was already immunised for from China.
So I'm not like you. I don't leave things to the last minute. So I went to the doctors because I wanted to get a flu shot because you need to get that.
Yes, got
every
the
year.
flu shot.
Yeah. I booked in for travel vaccinations as well because you told me so many times, and my manager, like you need to get your vaccinations. And I thought you guys know the world better than I do, so there must be something I've missed. So anyway, I said travel vaccinations and a flu shot as my reason for going to see the doctor. And then I got there and he said, "Where are you going?" I said, "South Africa." And he said, "Oh, you're all good." And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "Yellow fever, you've got. That's life." He goes, "The Hep ones, you've got. You're up to date." And he goes, "No, you've got yellow fever. You've got yellow fever." So
you caught it before?
I don't think I got yellow fever.
And then I said, "Oh my gosh, how many times do I have to remind you?"
And then did you get typhoid?
So then typhoid, he goes, "You won't believe it. Typhoid lasts for 3 years, and you last got that in December 2022. So you've actually been ready for this trip for a couple of years now. How's this, though? How's this for a kicker?"
You had to get your flu shot though, didn't you?
Yeah, and I go in, and he takes me in to see the nurse, and he goes to the nurse, he goes, "Just the flu shot for Mr. Little?" And the nurse goes, "Oh, I thought he was getting travel vaccines as well." This is what the doctor says word for word. No, he's been so proactive, they're already done.
Why does this annoy me so much?
But you keep leaving things to your last minute, mate, and you haven't even got all your rabies shot yet. Come at me, dogs.
Carrie and Tommy.
So yesterday we were talking about the lyrics from, was it Shaggy? What was this Mr. Bombastic. And how we didn't really know, it's allowed, wasn't it? How we didn't really know what the lyrics were. And then, what's wrong?
That was yuck. Why was that so tinny and so awful?
don't know.
That's stop. Don't do it again.
Wait, do you want me
Anyway.
to try third?
Stop.
No. Anyway, we then ended up taking callers from people and they rapped their favourite little bit. And
Yeah.
one of our favourite callers all time was Jay, who
Yeah.
was 12, who
Wonderful.
called up, who we thought she had sworn live on air. This was her bit.
This one is for the boys with the boomer system. Top down AC with the cooler system. When it comes to the club, he blazing up. Got stacks on deck like saving up. He ill, he real, he might got a deal. He pop brothers in the right kind of bill. He cold, he dope, he might sell coke. He was in the air but didn't fly coach. He motherfucking trip.
So at the time, we thought Jay swore.
Well, we were still rocked by the selling Coke reference, and then
Coca-Cola, obviously.
Yeah.
And then we discovered when we listened back to it, she said frickin'. So she censored herself, which was pretty amazing.
amazing, which we didn't know
Which
because
we
I
didn't know.
heard Mother Truckin'.
I think we should do it as a weekly segment. I enjoyed it so much. However, when we were doing it, Web Guy Eli, we were talking about lyrics that you just don't. I mean, there's so many songs and rap bits, particularly, you don't know the lyrics for. And you gave us an Ariana Grande song.
Yes. So this artist is actually coming up in Back to Back today, but there's a song that's very inarticulate and it took me a very long time to work out what the lyrics are. And I want you guys to hear it.
Is it a song we'll know or one of her B-side
It's one
ones?
of her B-sides. It's called Hands on Me with ASAP Ferg.
Yeah.
And here's verse 1. Let me
Okay.
see if you can decipher it.
Trembling something and Baby Give It to Me. Make Sweet Lovin' or
Making
something.
sweet love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you didn't get any of the middle bit?
No,
No,
got-
I did.
It was trembling at the
picture-
beginning.
Do you want to hear it from the top?
Let's
Yeah.
go one more time.
Where it's at. Hands on me.
There's no hands on
To
me.
me, was there trembling?
It's picture me, I'm naked.
No, it's picture me and you making.
Oh.
So it goes trembling when you touch, rush is racing, body begging, picture me and you making sweet love, baby give it to me. So from the top, rush is racing, body begging, and you making sweet love.
Ah.
You were like closed captions just then. Very good.
And is there another bit?
There's one more verse if you want to give it a shot.
Yeah. Oh, she needs to articulate more.
You can't miss the first bit.
What was that?
Skirt off, keep the high heels on. Ariana.
Carrie and Tommy.
You Tuesday, Arvo. It's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
Intercontinental Hayman Great Barrier Reef is the ultimate escape for adventurers, dreamers, and those celebrating life's biggest milestones. It's a sanctuary where time slows down and life's best moments are crafted to perfection.
Escape to paradise.
If I could escape, those would be the best memories.
With Carrie and Tommy.
Bye. This is exciting because,
The chance to come on a holiday on us, with us.
yes, to the Intercontinental Hayman Great Barrier Reef. It's all thanks to the wonderful folks at Snooze. And here's what you get. Return flights for 2-3 nights accommodation at said Intercontinental Hayman Great Barrier Reef. Breakfast daily, luxury boat transfers, $200 resort credit, and a bit of a party with us.
Tennille, how does that sound?
So good.
This is so easy, Tennille, because we don't want all the hoops that you got to jump through, right? We just want you to get it and come and holiday with us. So
I
we've
hope
made
I
this
do get it.
so easy. Do you like cocktails?
I like particular cocktails.
Okay. Which ones particularly do you like?
I'm too scared to say now.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm scared for you to
Okay.
say, Tennille, because
Yeah.
I feel like if you say the one that we're going to say,
Yeah.
people will think it's rigged, and
Yeah.
if you don't,
Okay.
people think it's rigged
You
the
can
other
tell
way.
us afterwards if it was the one you liked.
Okay.
So, Tennille, this is pretty easy. Carrie's going to give you one clue, and then you have to guess what we are sipping poolside. If you get it right, the trip is yours. If you get it wrong, we go to the next caller and they get another clue. Are you ready to guess the drink?
Yes.
All right. I'm tangy, salty, and I bring the fiesta.
I know what this is. Oh,
We're going to need an answer.
I'm a mind block. Is it
not a margarita. No.
Yes, it's a margarita.
Oh, Tennille, you had me
stressing.
Shooked.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited.
What happened in your brain then, Tennille?
Not a lot.
Who are you taking, Tennille?
I'm going to take Becky.
Becky.
Becky
with the
good hair.
She does have good hair.
Was that on your list of cocktails you like, Tennille?
Yeah, I do like them, but my favourite, Becky and I, we love a Long Island.
Becky's really getting a fair bit of airtime here.
Yeah, she really is, Becky.
And Tennille, this doesn't matter. You haven't broken any rules and you already won the trip. Was there some consulting off the phone about what cocktail it could be?
Oh, look, I actually printed this thing, and because yesterday when I was listening, I'm like, maybe they're going to ask for ingredients, which I've figured everything. So maybe I should start learning. And then when you said the song for the lady yesterday, I was like, so I was like, I'm just going to have to try and be super chill and wing it.
Well, good job, Tennille. You winged it, and you'll be winging it with us to Hayman Great Barrier Reef.
I am that excited. Thank you so much, guys.
We can't wait to see you. And to be honest,
Becky.
I can't wait for you to see it.
We've got another trip to give away tomorrow, so make sure you're listening from 9 a.m. to get into the boarding lounge. Celebrate 75 years of luxury in the heart of the Great Barrier Reef with Intercontinental Hayman Great Barrier Reef's limited time anniversary offer from $525 per night. Conditions apply.
Follow Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little on socials at Carrie Tommy Show.
Bye.
Bye. Carrie and Tommy love a good deal, and CommBank Yellow has plenty. Cashbacks, discounts and exclusive deals. Just for banking with CommBank. Say hello to CommBank Yellow today.